It was a great feeling. I'm just blessed to be out there with my teammates one last time going into my last fall camp, and we excited to get after it and get ready for the season.
How much, what's pushing you this season? Being a vet, being all that stuff. What is kind of pushing you this year?
Pushing me personally, I just think it's the journey and the process. Being in this program for 3.5 years now, going into my senior year, it's just a blessing and just a great learning curve that I've been through, and I'm just excited to just keep pushing forward.
Talk about that learning curve. How much, even in this last year, have you kind of changed a little bit? I know we've talked to you about it, and you've been open about it. Just kind of, just maturing and stuff like that. How much have you?
I say a lot. It's all about progression. I'm trying to get better, be the better player, be a better person, on and off the field every single day. So that's what I'm working on.
Was today just kind of mainly getting your feet wet again, back to fundamentals, or are you guys hitting the ground running?
A little bit of both. You got to focus on both because some guys rusty. It's hard to gauge what other guys do off the field, and I feel like we do a good job in monitoring that. And I feel like we did also hit the ground running. We got after it today. We did good. Had a great first practice.
Previous years, if you had a question, you could go ask Dante. Now you're the guy that people are going to come ask the questions to and stuff. I know today you didn't have the newcomers out there, but what do you make of the leadership role you have now and just trying to be the guy that others are going to come to with questions and stuff?
I try not to think about it much. I feel like that leadership role just came naturally, and I feel like I'm adapting to it well. I'm learning from those other guys around me, and they're learning from me, so we all helping each other. They're not putting all the burden on just me or the called out leaders in each group. We all help each other at the end of the day.
Do you are you comfortable though if they come to you with questions and stuff? Do you like being that kind of guy that can help give advice and things like that?
Definitely. I offer them help at any time, so I might shoot them a text if you need me. You got any questions, just let me know. I'm there to help. Just like the older guys helped me when I was younger, I'll do the same thing for them. That's what Boise State about.
Do they take you up on the offer mostly, or do they?
Yeah, I get in there with them. If they need help, I'll just draw it out on the board, get in the playbook for them, give it to them. That's what the older guys did for me, so that's what I'm going to do for them.
I know you guys have been working all summer together, but it did feel good just to be back out on the field with everybody today?
Yeah, man, it felt real good. Just a blessing.
Ashley was kind of talking about, with you, he talks about the passion and stuff, and he says there's a certain swag the Florida guys bring. How would you describe it?
You can't really explain that Florida attitude, that Florida swag. It just is what it is. If you didn't grow up in that environment, you would never understand. But I play with passion, and I just love the game so much. That's what I'm about. And as long as I could gauge that, I'll be fine.
I was asking Ashley about the battle with the other corner spot with Ray and Tyler, and he said, well, actually, I told him it's 3 guys for 2 spots. Has he said that to you? And obviously, you kind of think you have a spot to serve, but he's trying to show that you got to go out there and earn your spot too.
Right. Every year it's been like that. Even when Dante was there, his spot wasn't like that. If he would have went out there and just had a terrible camp or something like that, you never know what might have happened. So, you always got to keep that in mind that there's open competition. Nobody got a spot locked down. Brett Rippon doesn't have a spot locked down. Nobody. That's what Boise State all about. You got to get out there and earn what you get. That's how it go.
What have you seen from those 2 guys, particularly on the other side?
They working hard, working on their technique. They crafting every day. So I just got to stay on my P's and Q's, help the younger guys as they come along, and it'll all work out.
What are you trying to, there's some guys that have certain focuses when they kind of, look at the game film from last year. For you, what's kind of been a focus on maybe an area that you want to address this fall?
Not one area specifically. I just want to be an overall better player. I want to get more into the playbook, knowing where my help is at. And you can never do that enough, drilling the playbook, putting myself in different situations, watching tons of tape over and over. And by doing that, I'll have a better understanding of the game.
What has motivated you to want to do that?
There's motivation. I just want to be the best me I could be. So that's the motivation. Every day I go out and practice, it's always a play or two, or that I know I could have did this right, and it's all mental mistakes, or maybe my technique wasn't right at this certain time. And that's what drives me, because I know I could be better than what I put on tape at certain times. So you always gotta just try to be the best you could be.
And you can't really. You got a certain way that you can dictate turnovers and stuff like that. Dante and Darian were so good at being kind of ball hawks when they're here, and I know that there's a lot that goes into it. But without those guys, is there going to be a sense of urgency for someone else to step up and try to make those game-changing plays?
You wouldn't put that bear on one person. It goes on the entire defense. Plays are gonna get made, and we have to realize that since they're gone, the plays still have to get made, and they're not just gonna happen. Somebody got to go out there and do it. But if we do it as a unit, it's better for the whole team.
You said you know that you can continue to get better. Do you feel like the defense as a unit can continue to get better?
Always. That's the goal. I mean, if we're not trying to get better, we're not trying to be the best unit we could be, then there's no need in playing the game. If I'm not trying to be the best player I could be, I'm not helping my team get better either. So we all got to do the same thing. It's all about progression. That's what fall camp is about, creating depth and just going after craft and getting ready for the season.
You got 4 guys from the defense last year that are in NFL training camps right now. I mean, a lot of question marks, from outsiders about this defense, and how do you replace all those guys? How do you guys look at that on the inside?
I don't see any question marks at all. All I see is that, we lost a lot of great players, but we got a lot of great players. We all been recruited to play Division I football for a reason, so obviously we all have talent. So all we got to do is step into those roles, the next man up mentality, and everybody just got to continue to put in work together, create a mesh point with each other, a bond, I would say, for guys that are working together and get after it on the field.
Do you like being the guy that people are kind of looking up to now? Obviously, with everything you've been through here and stuff, it seems like you've kind of prepared yourself for this, but, do you like having that responsibility?
I mean, of course, I don't shy away from it. I mean, it's fine for me. I mean, I love helping other people. I mean, I was helped when I was young, so why not help other people? I mean, that's what the world is about. You got to help other people, You got to be a good person.
Is that how you've always been, or is that you've been a football player? I mean, talking about, helping people out and stuff like that. I mean, does it come naturally to you?
As a person, period, I just like helping other people. If anybody needed, advice or something, I mean, I feel like I'm a man of wisdom, and I feel like I could give good advice when it's needed. So that's that.
Where does that come from? I mean,
I feel like that comes from my mom, just learning a lot about her, the situation she been through, and also my dad and my sister. So just learning from them, I pass what they teach me on to the younger folks, and I feel like it helps us morally and it helps us in our mindsets and how we attack certain things.
How kind of motivated is this team with going 9-4 last year? And talking to Coach Yates before he left, he said he felt the blue collar kind of mentality may have gone away a little bit at times last year. I mean, do you feel like in the offseason you guys kind of had that chip back on your shoulder and you guys are kind of fighting from that aspect again this year to kind of put last year behind you?
I mean, who wouldn't have a chip on their shoulder after going 9-4? I mean, that's not the standard that we expect to hold. So we just got to go out there with a chip on our shoulder again when we play against Lafayette, which is the only thing on our mind at this point. So we just see what happens when the season starts.
You say you want to be the best that you can be. Do you kind of feel a sense of urgency as you go into your senior year and this kind of being the final hurrah?
So, I mean, of course you can feel a sense of urgency, but I'm not stressing it as much as, some people are freak out, oh, I got to do all of this. I'm going to just play within the system, do my job for my team, and I know within doing my job for the team, individual success can come as long as I do my job for the team first.
You kind of smiled when I asked about the first day of practice, but what is it about the first day of practice that you truly enjoy? And I mean, it's kind of before, the grind gets here in a couple of weeks. What is it about that first day of practice?
I mean, you just get antsy. Everybody's smiling, everybody dancing, the smell of the grass. You just out there ready to have fun. You put the helmets on, mouthpiece in your mouth. I ain't had a mouthpiece in it forever. So it's just a blessing, man. You just get out there on the field and you just look around like a kid from West Palm, Florida. You feel me? And the next thing you know, I'm in Boise, Idaho, practicing on the blue, practicing out here. And it's just a blessing. That's why I smile.
Tanner said that you guys, this offseason was a little bit different for you guys, and that it's probably the toughest that you've had. You ran a little bit more, did different things. I mean, what were some of those different things, and why was there an emphasis on conditioning, I guess?
It was just a lot more intensity. We did a lot faster reps. We did decks like usual. We just amped everything up, and I feel like we handled it well. Any task they put in front of us, we ended up getting it done. But the best thing I like about it is that we did it together as a unit. It wasn't like one guy was struggling and one guy was here. We was all together as a unit, and I like that a lot, and I feel like we conquered it.